Hello, today I will be speaking about the Northern Data Financial Showcase report. On the finance summary page, we can see revenue, expenses, gross profit and net profit per month and year, along with their totals. And we also have a Q&A section for if you wish to get further insights about your data. And then lastly, we compare revenue versus expenses, and we can draw through on either expenses or revenue to the revenue versus expenses page. On the multi-year comparison page, we can see how much revenue and expenses were generated for each month and year in the bottom visual, and the visual above we can see the accumulating sum of revenue and expenses, and to the right we can see profit loss per month and year. Then we can filter on expenses or revenue, along with what type of revenue or expenses it was, such as investment, sales or services. And then we can also filter on the year and the sales region as well. On the profit loss breakdown page, we can see the difference between revenue and expenses as profit loss by date. And we can also see the most amount of expenses generated and the least amount of revenue earned as well. And then towards the right, we can see a funnel chart showing us the total revenue, total expenses and total cost of sales, along with gross profit and net profit. And then we have a tree map showing us the total revenue by sales region. And then we can also filter by year and by sales region. We can also use the sales region to draw through to the finance details page. On the sales region page, we can see the amount of revenue by region on a map or a pie chart for more detail. Then we also have a ribbon chart to show the amount of revenue for services earned by region and date. And then we can also filter on expenses or revenue, the type of expense or revenue that it is, and then also year. And then lastly, we can use the sales region to draw through to the finance details page. On the revenue versus expenses page, we can see the difference between revenue and expenses for each year-month period. And then we can also see the amount that was generated for each account type for each period. Then we can see the total amount that was generated and the previous year's amount, along with growth. And lastly, we can filter on revenue or expenses, the type of revenue or expense, the year, and the sales region. And lastly, we can also clear all filters by clicking on the Clear Filters button. On the finance details page, we can see details such as the sales region, the account type, the amount that was generated, as well as the previous year amount and growth and balance. Then we can also see the current balance by year and quarter, and we can also filter on revenue or expenses, the type of revenue or expense that it is, the sales region, and also the year. And then we can also clear all the filters. Thank you for taking a look at our Northern Data Financial Showcase report.